In this episode, guys, I'm literally gonna just take you through the story so far. My journey has been 6 months since I got to Bournemouth, which is in the southwest of England. So this episode, I'm just literally just gonna just take you through the journey so far, good, bad, ugly, everything. So if you want to know what it feels like, what it's like to be in the UK, in England, the coastal city of Bournemouth, as you can see, the ocean is right behind me. Why don't you keep it locked on this channel? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna dash off to the market, and you guys already know I'm gonna be right back with more.
You know the way I do it when I drop lyrical. Anytime I spit lyrical, philosophical. All the niggas mimical, but this fair still won't take it literal. Punchlines collateral. Maximum damage.
Hello, Chronics. Hello, YouTube. It's still your value-based King Fuse out with another banger, another episode on the Fuse Chronicles channel. So, guys, you guys were with me right from the airport, Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport in Nigeria, to Doha in Qatar, my connecting flight to London Heathrow. I took you through all the step of the way, opening bank accounts and all that whatnot. Before I even get into it, I need to apologize, guys. It's been hectic, it's been mad, it's been wild. I've not been able to keep up with uploads on this channel, but that's about to change. I'm going to change all that very soon. First of all, guys, what do you guys think about the view? Yeah, it's wicked, isn't it? What do you think about the view? You see it? The ocean. That's the ocean. Bournemouth is a coastal city, and I thought it fitting enough to shoot this episode by the beach here in Bournemouth. Believe it or not, I've been in this town for 6 months, and this is literally the first time I'm coming over to the beach. Check it out. You guys wouldn't even believe it. This literally is my first time ever by the beach. The beaches in Lagos, the beaches in Port Harcourt, but this literally is my first time ever. Like in my whole life, I feel it's kind of embarrassing to say, but I gotta keep it 100 with y'all, man. Of course, this is the Fuse Chronicles channel. We don't play around. We keep it factual. So, guys, the story so far, it's gonna be long, so you guys will have to. I hope you don't get bored. I hope it doesn't get too boring for you guys. Let me just walk. I want to just walk so you guys can see the background. Those are the stores behind me. So the story so far, I took you guys from the very beginning. It was wild, it was mad, it was a little bit difficult, stressful, strenuous to open a bank account. Even though I had the bank account already in the UK, it took me literally 2 to 3 weeks to get that sorted out. And as soon as that was done, I had to get a letter from the university to get that fixed, to get that sorted. I sorted that out. And because I was working with a company out in the Netherlands, so the company is not a UK company. It means I was being paid in euros, and it was very difficult to get the money in euros. Of course, the money was hitting my domiciliary account in Nigeria, and I had to convert the money to pounds and have it sent to me in Bournemouth. That was mad, that was stressful, that was strenuous, because it means I was losing so much money in FX differential, so difference in the exchange rate for euro to naira and then to pounds. I was just losing money hands over fist. I had to open up a Revolut account. And guys, if you're going abroad or you're working remotely and you're looking for how to conveniently get your money, Revolut is the best place to go. I'm gonna leave a link to Revolut just down in the description area, or you could just click on that as well and just get on to Revolut. Or I think I might even leave a barcode that you could scan somewhere on the screen, so you could just scan the barcode and it's just going to take you to the Revolut portal where you can open an account. Yes, guys, an affiliate link, and I'm going to get paid if you click on that link, but I guess as you just doing your boy is solid and just helping me out so I can just eat. I'm just keeping it a buck, guys. I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. I'm keeping it a buck. All right, so I was able to use Revolut to solve that. So Revolut is better than just over-the-counter wire transfer because you get the rate straight from the FX market. I don't know why I'm marketing for Revolut, but I guess it is what it is. So that was how I was able to solve that problem. So whenever I just go to any FX portal, the rate on that portal is the rate I'm literally going to change euro to pound. So it's happy days. It was blessed. So another thing that I found very difficult, as you guys know, I've said this before, I've been in the UK before. This is not my first rodeo in the UK. I've been here before. But what I found different is every region in the UK, and maybe I need to stop using the UK. Let's just stick with England because I'm in England. I've not yet been to Scotland. I've not yet been to Wales. I've not yet been to Northern Ireland. You guys keep it locked on this channel because I'm going to embark on a trip to those countries in the future. So if you want to catch the tour of Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, I'm going to bring it to you all here. So what was I thinking? I wanted to say something before I started talking that. So yes, the Bournemouth. So it's quite different from the center of England because in the center of England, that's where Northampton is. That's where I did my master's degree. The people there are more open, they're more receptive, they're more friendly. Yes, of course, you need to do some work to get them there. But in Bournemouth, it's totally different. The people are different in Bournemouth. They keep to themselves. And you need to, how will I say this without sounding a little bit off? To get to the locals, you just need to be hyper. You need to be extra. And of course, not everybody's hyper, not everybody's extra. Not everybody comes through with that extra sauce. You know that, hey man, what's going on? How you doing? I know not everybody's built like that. Some people are built like that. Some people are not built like that. So it's very difficult to get to the locals. And everybody's in a clique. Everybody's in a set. I don't mean that in like cultist kind of way, band men and all that kind of stuff. No, that's not what I mean. I just mean they all have their cliques. They all have their peoples. So if you don't know how to talk, and that's the problem with many Nigerians, they don't know how to talk. So of course, you know how it is. People from the south west in Nigeria with the Yoruba accent, people from the southeast with the Igbo accent, of the northerners, of course, they're not that bad. But you know how it is when the thick English accent that Nigerians have. So sometimes I know a girl that had a problem with her tuition fees and found it very hard to communicate. She found it very hard to communicate because number one, she felt like she couldn't speak the language. You know when you know how to speak English, but you feel like somehow you don't just measure up. So, and it was bad because she ended up being kicked out from uni because she had paid her tuition fees, but I think she was just owing just something meagers £300, but she got kicked out. So communication is something that most international students, I've met Indians, and you know Indians know how to speak English, but I've met Indians that found it even hard. Most of them feel a little bit intimidated when they want to communicate with people. I don't know why though, but they feel intimidated when they want to talk or when they want to go for job interviews. They feel very intimidated. And let me see, can you guys see the jet ski behind me? Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, I can't zoom in. There's a jet ski just happening. Just someone's on a jet ski behind me. Okay. So they feel very intimidated and they cannot talk. Now let's talk about jobs. So Bournemouth here, I've not yet gotten. I'm still applying for jobs in Bournemouth. I'm still working my remote gig. Dude, man, let's talk about that as well. Remote work. It sucks, man. Because I'm holed up in my room literally every day. I start working from 7 in the morning and I finish working by sometimes 9, sometimes 10. And I'm holed up the whole time I'm in my room, session after session. So what do I do? What kind of work do I do? So I offer business consultation services to companies, corporate clients, I guess is based on supply chain management. So I'm holed up in my room morning, afternoon, and night, literally just talking about business. So I even hardly meet people. Once in a while I meet people though. I meet my neighbors. I meet people that live around me, but I don't really have the time to meet people because I'm working. Because since I don't have a job a job in Bournemouth yet. I'm still searching for a job. It means I'm reliant on my remote work to pay my accommodation fee. I'm going to talk about the accommodation very soon. And I'm also reliant on the remote work I'm doing to be able to support my family back home in Nigeria. So it kind of drags, it sucks, because it means I need to put in long hours to be able to afford certain things. So I'm eventually going to settle better than I have already by, of course, when you get to hold down jobs in the town, you start to meet people, you start to mingle with the crowd. But I was able to meet some people because I went out with some friends. Some of my neighbors took me on a night out, and I was able to meet some people in town. But it wasn't that major. Let me sit down. So, yeah, accommodation in Bournemouth is expensive. I just gotta put it that way. It's very, very expensive in Bournemouth. So where I stay in Bournemouth is a shared apartment. Me and two Nigerian girls, they are super proper. In fact, I would say that one of the best things about being in Bournemouth is my flatmates. They're amazing. Two girls, one is from Edo State and the other one is from Kogi. They're the best. They're the best. But it's expensive. So I get to pay £659.57 every month for accommodation. It's just too expensive. It's too expensive, but all utilities and function of the apartment is paid for by the council. It's called a student village, and the administrative people of the village are the ones that take care of everything that has to do with heating, electricity, cooking, and everything. They take care of everything, so that's good. And I landed a job in that student village. I landed a job as a resident assistant. I should say I have a job, but I don't start till September. So that's why I have to just keep soldiering on till September. Then I'm going to start earning, of course, the local currency here, and maybe I might get to settle even a little bit more. Now, guys, at this junction, let me just say something about where I stay. And if you're coming to England as a student or you're coming to work and you're going to, first of all, maybe stay in a shared apartment, I would say that you should, first of all, try to hand or maybe cherry pick your flatmates. You want to pick flatmates that you can communicate with, even though it might come across as sounding a little bit off, because cherry picking your flatmates means there might be a little bit of discrimination because there are other people that you might not want to stay with and there are people you want to stay with. I'm going to tell you something that happened one night. No, it started in the afternoon. So one of my flatmates knocked on my door. And when she knocked on my door, I could tell that there was something really off with the girl because she was talking to me. I was here and her face was facing the other way. So I was here and she was facing, her head was bent that way and I was here. So look at me, I'm here and her face was bent in that direction. And I was wondering, I said, what's wrong with you though? And she told me that her neck, she has what is known as a muscle spasm on her neck. And her neck muscle was just so stiff and she couldn't turn. At the start, it was easy. It was not that bad. Then she came to my door. The reason why she knocked on my door was because she wanted the paracetamol and I didn't have it. So I had to call the other flatmate because she's the one that traveled to England with drugs, food, medicine. Let me use the word medicine and food and all whatnot. So I thought she was okay. So I didn't even send her a message. I didn't relate with her. I didn't do anything. I didn't even ask how she was doing because I thought she was just gonna go to her room. Because I said, listen, just go to your room, take a nap. When you wake up, you're gonna be good as new. Nope, that's not what happened. I reached out to her again in the evening. I think it was by 7. And when I reached out to her, no. I didn't reach out to her. The other flatmate came to my room, knocked on the door and said, listen, come to the kitchen because I'm upstairs. I'm going to talk about that as well. There's just so much to tell you guys. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to say everything in this episode. Maybe I'm going to make another one because, oh God, it's just so much. It's just so much. But let me just keep going. So I went downstairs and only for me to see the flatmate, she was in the kitchen with the other flatmate, and she was crying. She was literally, I've never seen her that bad before. She was really in tears. She was crying. Apparently, the pain had gotten so bad, and she couldn't take it no more. She was literally whipping. She was crying. And the other flatmate was just trying to give her a massage, just trying to just massage the muscle to see whether they could just loosen the knots that's tied up in the muscle and all whatnot. But it just didn't work. Even after taking paracetamol, it didn't still work. It just didn't work. And somehow, we prayed about it. We did everything about it. It just, you know, when it's so bad that you even had to pray. It was that bad. But eventually, we had to start brainstorming what we would do to help her feel better. So we got the balm. We massaged it with some balm. Then we cooked hibiscus leaf, the dried hibiscus. Nigerians know it as zobo leaf. We boiled it because zobo is a relaxant, muscle relaxant. And after she took it, she was able to lie down and just the muscles calmed a bit, and she was able to sleep. Do you get it? So the reason why I'm telling you guys this story is you wouldn't be able to have people do this for you unless there are people that understand you to a certain level. There are people that really can go through the trenches with you. And even though I wouldn't say I cherry-picked my flatmates, I would just say I was fortunate, I was lucky, I was blessed to have them. Even sometimes when I don't even feel like eating, I don't feel like cooking, them girls cook and we eat together. Christmas, we had a Christmas meal together. One of them was having a prayer meeting. She invited everybody. We went and we did a prayer meeting together. So it was just there's this bond. And maybe someone would say, of course, you're all Nigerians. But I know people that stay with Nigerians who are Nigerians, and it's still not that good for them as well. It's just horrible for them. So I just feel blessed because we talk whenever we're in the kitchen, we vibe, we talk. They're master students. And of course, I'm a PhD student, but we talk, and the thing is, we don't even have a lot of stuff in common. I drink, they don't drink. So, but we just somehow have this maturity going for us. So we just tend to relate, tend to vibe, tend to be in the zone together. And whenever one is going, even there was a time the other one had a health problem as well. They came to my room, knocked on the door. We just put heads together, just brainstorm together and solve the problem together. So that's one thing that you guys need to bear in mind if you want to come to the UK. Another thing that you need to bear in mind is noise. Noise. I know the Nigerians are very outgoing folks. They're very outgoing people, and they tend to be loud sometimes. I've had the wardens and the student village security come around many times because some neighbors had called them to lodge complaints about disturbance or loud noise and people that are disturbing the peace in the area. And if you keep disturbing the peace all the time, you could get levy, you could get fined as much as £5,000. And then it brings me to the situation of drugs. In the UK, they call weed, they call cannabis drug. Okay, it's classed as a drug. One of my neighbors, I beg your pardon, who is Indian, I don't know, and he's always very careful, but I don't know what happened, but he was smoking cannabis in front of his home, outside. And one of the administrative staff for the student village stumbled on him. I don't know how, because we were doing the rounds, we were doing the inspection, the health inspection, and they saw him smoking. They literally saw him smoking. And they called him to the office and gave him a warning. So apparently they take you through the amber, then the green, and then the red. So when they give you the amber, it means this is just a warning. You've never done this before. We're warning you, don't do it again. But when they give you the green, it's serious. If they give you the red, it could affect your immigration status in the country. Guys, there's so much, but this video has gone on for too long already. I'm just gonna have to stop it here. I had an altercation because in the flat before, we used to be 4 of us. So it used to be 2 guys and 2 girls. It was me, a Brit, and 2 girls. So it was 3 Nigerians and one English dude. But me and the English dude had a fallout. We had a serious altercation, and he had to pack. He had to leave. But I cannot put it in this video. I have to go to the beginning and tell you how we started, how we got there, and how we left. I'm gonna put this in a different episode, and I'm gonna upload it for you guys to know what happened. Okay, look at this, guys. It's a full package. Okay, it's a full package. What has been going on is not just one episode. One episode is not gonna cover it. I'm going to have to make it like a recurring thing. Maybe I'm even going to make a third, because I normally upload 2 episodes every week on Wednesdays, and of course, no, Mondays and Thursdays. I might just maybe put an extra one, maybe on something like Saturday or something. So, because there's just so much to talk about. Guys, I hope this episode was fun. I hope it was fun for you guys watching, the way it was fun for me narrating how far I'd come in Bournemouth to this point. If you're new here, I beg you, please do your boy a solid. Go down, smash the subscribe button, support the movement, like the video, turn on the notification bell, so when we upload contents like this subsequently in the future, you can catch it when we drop. Like I said earlier, we always put out content on Mondays and on Thursdays. Support us. My socials are up there somewhere. Is it here? I don't know. Somewhere up there. I'm active on Instagram, TikTok, X, LinkedIn. Follow me there. If you have inquiries about coming to the UK or even coming abroad, leave me a message. I will be sure to respond to your message when it comes through, okay? And if you're interested in catching the video, maybe you missed the video about when I was coming to the UK. I covered everything from the airport, all the airports I passed through, the connecting airport, the origin airport, the airport in Abuja, Nigeria, the airport in Qatar, Doha, Qatar, the airport in London, Heathrow, down to Bournemouth. If you want to catch that video, why don't you go right there to the left, to the right? I don't know where that is to you guys. Click on that video and it's going to take you to that content. And until the next one, I remain your value-based King Fuse. I'll see you guys when you see me. Bye-bye for now.